Hello everyone, welcome back to Clinical Research Sport. Today we are discussing an important topic in clinical research which is ICH, that is International Council for Harmonization, in short ICH. Let's start at what is ICH. The International Council for Harmonization of Technical Requirement for Pharmaceuticals for Human Use is a unique in bringing together the regulatory authorities and pharmaceutical industry to discuss scientific and technical aspects of pharmaceutical and develop ICH guideline. So, what is the mission of this ICH? The ICH mission is to achieve a greater harmonization worldwide, which is to ensure that the safe, effective, and high quality medicines are developed and registered and maintained in the most resource efficient manner whilst meeting the high standard. Now let's see some initiation like the history of ICH. The birthplace of ICH, which was took in a meeting that is in April 1990, which was hosted by EFPIA, that is European Federation of Pharmaceutical Industries and Association. In this meeting, the representative of the regulatory agencies and industry associations of Europe, Japan, and US, they has to plan an institutional conference, but the meeting was also discussed the wider implication and terms of reference of ICH. The European Union, Japan, and US was the founder members of ICH. Now, not only these countries, there are a lot of other members in the ICH. So, who are these members? These members are, as I told you, the European Union, that is easy, then FDA United States and Japan, MHLW or PMDA, they are the founder regulatory members. Along with them, there are other members also, which is, as I already told you, it's not only contain the regulatory members, but also it's contain the industry members. Both are equal partners in this ICH. So there are founding industry members also which contain in the ICH, that is EFPIA, JPMA, PHRMA, and it contains some standing regulatory members which is Health Canada, Swiss Medic, then industry members Bio, Global Self Care Federation, IGBA. Then it contains some regulatory members which is ANVISA, ANMAT, COFEPRIS, EDA, HSA, IFDA, MFDS, MHRA, NMPA, SFDA, TITCK, then it's contain standing observers which is IFPMA, WHO, and it's contain International Pharmaceutical Industry Organization, that is APIC. Then it's also contain legislative or administrative authorities which is AEC, ANPP, CDSCO, CE, CMED, CPED, DPM, Indonesia FDA, INVIMA, MMDA, MOPH, NAFDACE, National Center, NPRA, NRA, PPB, HK, then Rostra, SHPRA, SCDMTE, SECMOH, TGA, and it's contain Regional Harmonization Initiative, which is APEC, ASEAN, EAC, GHC, PANDRH, SADZ. Then international organization regulated or affected by ICH guidelines, which is Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, CIOMS, EDQM, IPEZ, PICOS, USP. These are the members of the ICH, which contain along with the regulatory and industry experts are equal partner in this ICH. So what is the aim of this? It's providing a greater harmonization worldwide, which is to ensure the safe, effective and high quality medicines are developed. For that, the ICH was initiated. Now let's see what is the organization of ICH. The ICH contain different organization like, as you can see, it's contain an auditors, Medra Management Committee, ICH coordinators, ICH Secretariat, ICH Management Committee, ICH working groups and assembly. So now let's see that what are the different functions of this organization. First we will move with auditors. Auditors are appointed for a period of 2 years and they may be reappointed. The responsibility of the auditors is to audit the financial statements of the association upon the conclusion of each fiscal year. They should ensure that the accounting of the association, which is compliance with the Swiss law and generally accepted Swiss accounting principles. Now, ICH Assembly. This ICH Assembly, which is bring together all the members of observers of the ICH Association as the overacting governing body of the ICH. It adopts the decision in particular on matters such as on the articles of association, admission of new members and observers and adoption of ICH guideline. And there is a Metra Management Committee is there, which has a responsibility for the direction of Medra and ICH standardized dictionary of medical terminology. The Medra Management Committee is composed of EZ Europe, EFPIA, MHLW, PMDA Japan, GPMA, FDA United States, PHRMA, MHRA UK, Health Canada and WHO. Then it's contain an ICH coordinators, which is using for the fundamental and smooth functioning of ICH has been designation of an ICH coordinators per ICH members to act as the main contact point with the ICH secretariat. These coordinators, which is to ensure the proper distribution of ICH documents to the appropriate person from their organization, and they are responsible for the follow-up on actions within their representative organization within the assigned deadline. They are also assess the communication between the ICH Management Committee and Assembly and the ICH working groups as needed. Then there is an ICH Secretariat is present. This ICH Secretariat, which is responsible for the day-to-day management of ICH. It's coordinating the ICH activities as well as providing support to the assembly. And there is an ICH management committee is there. And these ICH secretariat, which is also provide to further support of Medra Management Committee. The secretariat, which is located in Geneva, Switzerland. An ICH working group which is established for each technical topic which is selected for harmonization. There are different types of ICH working groups are present, which is EWG, that is Export Working Group, which is charged with developing a harmonized guideline. That means the objective of the concept paper and business plan. And there is an IWG, which is implementation working groups, which is for the developing question and answers to facilitate implementation of existing guideline. Then there is an informal working groups which is formed prior to any official ICH harmonization activity with the objectives of developing or finalizing a concept paper as well as developing a business plan. And there is a discussion group is present, which is a group established to discuss the specific scientific consideration or their views. The ICH members and the observers, they appoint the expert to participate in the working groups in line with the applicable procedures in the assembly rules of the procedures and working groups standard operating procedures. The management committee, they oversee the work of the working group on an ongoing basis, while the assembly receives a report on each working group's progress at the time of its biannual face-to-face meeting. So these organizations which provide us different guidelines. That's about the ICH guideline. The ICH topics, which is divided into four categories, and ICH topics codes are assigned according to their categories, which is there is a quality guideline, that is Q, safety guideline S, efficacy guideline E, and multidisciplinary guideline M. So now let's see that about each of this section. The quality guideline, which contains the quality area that include the conduct of stability studies, defining the relevant threshold for impurities, and more flexible approach to the pharmaceutical quality based on good manufacturing practice, risk management. It's contain different guidelines, like total 14 guidelines are present in quality section, which is stability, analytical validation, impurities, pharmacopoeias, quality biotechnological products, specifications, good manufacturing practice, pharmaceutical development, quality risk management, pharmaceutical quality system, development and manufacture of drug substance, life cycle management, continuous manufacturing of drug substance and drug products and analytical procedures development. That's are the all guidelines, 14 guidelines in quality section. Then there is an another one which is S, that is safety guideline. Safety guideline, which is to uncover the potential risks like carcinogenicity, genotoxicity, and reprotoxicity. So, like the safety sections which contain in this section, it's contain total 13 guideline in the safety section, which is namely carcinogenicity studies, genotoxicity studies, toxicokinetics and pharmacokinetics, toxicity testing, reproductive toxicology, biotechnological products, pharmacology studies, immunotoxicology studies, non-clinical evaluation for anti-cancer pharmaceuticals, photo safety evaluation, non-clinical pediatric safety, non-clinical biodistribution consideration for gene therapy products, and non-clinical safety studies for oligonucleotide based therapeutics. These are the total 13 guidelines in safety section. Then there is an another guideline which is very important in clinical trial, that is E. Section E stands for efficacy. The efficacy guideline is concerned with the design, conduct, safety and reporting of clinical trials. So in clinical trial, we are using the efficacy guideline. This efficacy section, which contain lot of guidelines, that is 22 guidelines are contained here, which is clinical safety of drugs used in long-term treatment, pharmacovigilance, clinical study reports, dose response studies, ethnic factors, good clinical practice, clinical trials in geriatric population, general consideration for clinical trials, statistical principles for clinical trial, choice of control groups in clinical trials in pediatric population, clinical evaluation by therapeutic category, clinical evaluation of QT, definition of pharmacogenetics or pharmacogenomics, qualification of genomic biomarkers, multi-regional clinical trials, genomic sampling, safety data collection, adaptive clinical trials, inclusion of pregnant and breastfeeding individuals in clinical and general consideration for patients' preference studies. These are the different sections which is contained in section E, efficacy. Then the last one, that is M. M means multidisciplinary. These sections are those cross-cutting topics which do not fit uniquely into one of the quality, safety, efficacy categories. It includes the ICH medical terminology, that is MEDRA, the common technical document, and the development of electronic standards for the transfer of regulatory information. This contains total 15 guidelines, which is namely MEDRA terminology, electronic standards, non-clinical safety studies, common technical document, data elements, and standard for drug dictionaries, gene therapy, mutagenic impurities, electronic common technical document, biopharmaceuticals classification system based on biowaves, bioanalytical method validation and study sample analysis, clinical electronic structural harmonized protocol, drug interaction studies, bioequivalence for immediate release solid oral dosage form, use of real world data for safety assessment of medicine, and general principle for the model informed drug development. These are the different sections which is in section EM, multidisciplinary guideline. So this is important that all these points which is related to the International Council for Harmonization of Technical Requirement for Pharmaceutical Guideline, which is to ensure the quality, safety and efficacy of pharmaceutical products worldwide. By using these guidelines, the stakeholders in the pharmaceutical industry uphold the ethical standards which promote the patient welfare and facilitate the international collaboration in the drug development. So, whether in conduct the clinical trial or pharmaceutical quality control, the principles which is outlined in the ICH guideline which have to be undergo a commitment to the excellence and public health. So what you understood? All these ICH which was created to keep the patient safety and their welfare. For all these things, all the guidelines are created by the ICH. So which is to ensure the efficacy and which is to ensure the safety and which is to provide the high quality development, medicine development. For all these things, the ICH was created, the ICH created the different guidelines. Okay, so these are only about the ICH information. In this next topic, we will see about, I told you there is an important section which is contained in the efficacy in clinical trial, and in the efficacy there is a very important guideline which we are discussing, that is good clinical practices. So what is contained in the good clinical practices, that we will see in the next session. If you like this, please like, comment, share and subscribe. We will see you soon with the next topic, GCP. Thank you.